This boy be in my DM say I'm pretty.
Boy, your DM gonna get you fucked up. Now get your ass off TikTok, get over here and lay down.
It's 5:30 in the morning, the day before Thanksgiving. A 19-year-old kid is walking up to his apartment building in Chicago's Greater Grand Crossing neighborhood. He's exhausted, just finished a long shift. All he wants is to crash, maybe grab some sleep before the holiday starts. He unlocks the door. The second he steps inside, he knows something's wrong. The smell hits him first. Gas, thick, heavy, unmistakable. It burns his nose, crawls down his throat. He freezes. His eyes adjust to the darkness, and that's when he sees it. A candle, lit, flickering on the counter like it's trying to stay alive. And then he notices the towel, shoved under the back door. Deliberate, tight. His chest tightens. The air feels wrong. Too still, too quiet. He calls out, "Mom!" Nothing. "Mom!" Still nothing. He moves faster now, down the hallway. Her bedroom door is cracked open. He pushes it, and there she is, Carolyn Jones, 41 years old, a postal worker, a mother, the person who held this family together, lying on the bed, unresponsive. He rushes over, shakes her, calls her name. Nothing. Her skin is cool, her chest isn't moving. But here's what doesn't make sense. She wasn't sick. She had no health problems, no heart condition, no nothing. She was perfectly fine less than 12 hours ago. Healthy, strong, smiling. So what the hell happened between midnight and 5:30 a.m.? And why is there gas leaking through the apartment with a lit candle burning just feet away from it? Someone wanted this to look like an accident, but it wasn't. Because Carolyn Jones didn't die from gas inhalation. She didn't pass away in her sleep. She was strangled. And the person who did it, he was still in the building. If you've ever ignored a red flag in someone you loved, you need to hear this story. Hit subscribe, because the signs are always there. You just have to know where to look. If you came home and smelled gas with a lit candle burning, would you know it wasn't an accident? Drop your honest answer below. Welcome to True Crime Footprint, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most terrifying true crime tales. Kindly hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. Before we go any further, you need to know who Carolyn Jones was, because this wasn't some random tragedy. This wasn't a case of wrong place, wrong time. This was calculated, personal, and it destroyed a family that revolved around one woman. Carolyn grew up on Chicago's west side, around Garfield Park. She knew struggle, she knew community, she knew what it meant to show up for people. And she did. Every single day, she worked for the U.S. Postal Service, reliable, steady, the kind of person you could count on to be there, no matter what. But her real job? That was being a mother. She had 2 sons, 19 and 23. And according to everyone who knew her, she didn't just raise them. She was their world. Her older sister, Renee, said Carolyn had a heart of gold, the kind of woman who'd give you the shirt off her back without thinking twice. Her uncle, Sean, said she was the go-to person in the family. If you needed advice, you called Carolyn. If you needed help, you called Carolyn. If something was falling apart, you called Carolyn. She was the glue, the organizer, the one who planned everything, remembered everything, made sure everyone was okay, and now she was gone. But here's where it gets complicated. Carolyn wasn't living alone when she died. Up until recently, her estranged husband had been staying in that apartment with her. Notice I said estranged, because Carolyn had made a decision. She was done. She told him to leave, kicked him out. She wanted peace. She wanted safety. She wanted her life back. And for anyone who knows anything about domestic violence, that's the moment everything changes. Because when an abuser loses control, they don't just walk away. They escalate. Separation isn't freedom, it's danger. And the night before Thanksgiving, he came back. Not to apologize, not to move on, to make sure she never would. If you still haven't subscribed, drop a comment and tell me why. What's stopping you? Maybe I'm missing something you need to see more of. Let's talk. Do you think leaving an abusive relationship makes you safer, or does it make you a target? Be honest in the comments. Let's go back to that apartment, because what the son walked into wasn't just a tragedy, it was a cover-up. Gas leaking, candle burning, towel shoved under the door. This wasn't sloppy. This was deliberate. Someone tried to stage this as an accident. Or worse, they tried to blow the whole place up and destroy the evidence entirely. But it didn't work. The Cook County medical examiner performed an autopsy on Thanksgiving Day. And the cause of death? Strangulation. Not carbon monoxide poisoning. Not a gas leak. Strangulation. That means someone's hands were around Carolyn's neck, squeezing for minutes until she stopped breathing. And then they tried to make it disappear. Now here's where the evidence gets ugly. Police pulled surveillance footage from the apartment building. And guess who shows up? The estranged husband. Multiple times. In the early morning hours of November 26th, he's seen entering the building, leaving, coming back, leaving again. At one point, he's carrying bags, loading them into his car. What's in those bags? The clothes he wore during the murder. The ligature used to strangle her? Personal items he didn't want police to find? We don't know for sure, but we know this. He was removing evidence. And then, after all that, he comes back inside one more time. He walks into the apartment, finds the son standing there panicking, and he says, "Your mom's not responding." Not, "I just found her." Not, "Something's wrong." Just calm, controlled. He helps the two sons carry Carolyn's body to his truck. He drives her to the University of Chicago Medical Center. And then, he runs. If this story is making your blood boil, hit that like button. Share it. Because Carolyn's family deserves to be heard. And stories like this, they need to reach the people who need them most. If someone you knew staged a crime scene this elaborately, would you believe them if they said it was an accident? Comment below. He doesn't stay at the hospital. He doesn't talk to the doctors, doesn't call the police, doesn't console the sons. He drops Carolyn's body at the entrance and disappears. By the time detectives start looking for him, he's already crossed state lines. Memphis, Tennessee. When police finally track him down and take him into custody, he has an explanation ready. He says he left Illinois because Carolyn's family was threatening him. He was scared. He had to get out. But here's the problem with that story. Innocent people don't run. Guilty people do. And while he's on the run, he does something that tells you everything you need to know about how he sees himself in this situation. He posts on Facebook a long message, defending himself, telling his side. He writes, "Anyone that knows me knows I wouldn't think of harming her." He says the sons were the ones who dressed her. They put her in the back of his truck. He just drove. That's all. He tells people to check the ring footage if they don't believe him. He plays the victim. But Carolyn's son, known online as King, wasn't having it. He fired back on social media, and his words cut straight through the lies. He wrote, "This is a perfectly fine woman. Beautiful, no health problems, no nothing. You robbed me of my whole heart. You robbed me of my future with my ma. You think you can do this to a sweet woman like herself and live life like it's cool? Hell nah." King also revealed something else. After the suspect was taken into custody, he tried to harm himself in the police station. The man who strangled a woman to death, staged her murder, and fled the state couldn't handle the weight of what he'd done. If you believe that people who harm others and then play the victim don't deserve a platform, hit subscribe, because we're here to tell the stories they don't want told. If someone you loved was murdered and the killer posted on Facebook claiming innocence, how would you respond? Tell me in the comments. The evidence was overwhelming. Surveillance footage showing him entering and leaving the building. The stage scene with the gas and the candle. The flight to Memphis. The medical examiner's report confirming strangulation. He was charged with first-degree murder. Carolyn's sister, Renee, took in the two sons. The family tried to rebuild, but the foundation was gone because Carolyn wasn't just a mother. She was the planner, the organizer, the person who made sure everyone was okay. And now there was just a hole where she used to be. But here's what really haunts this case. The timing. It was the day before Thanksgiving, a holiday about family, about gratitude, about coming together. Instead, Carolyn's sons spent that day identifying their mother's body, planning a funeral, trying to process how the person who was supposed to protect them had taken everything away. Her uncle said it best. Carolyn had one of the biggest hearts you'd ever meet. and the person who should have cherished her the most destroyed it. Every Thanksgiving from now on, her family won't be setting a table. They'll be visiting a grave. Was justice really served? Can a conviction ever bring back the person who held a family together? Or does it just close a legal file while the real sentence, grief, lasts forever? If you believe that abusers who kill and then run don't get to control the narrative, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Carolyn's story deserves to be told, and so do the thousands of others like hers. Don't let them be forgotten. Was the stage scene a sign of panic or cold-blooded planning? Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading every single one. Our hearts ache for Maria Carolyn's family. Words feel inadequate, but please know you are held in deepest sympathy and prayers. May you find strength and comfort in the memories of Carolyn. To everyone who made it to the end, thank you for watching, for your attention, and for joining us on this journey of reflection. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.